Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida. Welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you all so much for the love and the continued support of my channel. Today's video, you guys, we're going to get into fragrances that last. If you are looking for fragrances that come to work and they do not clock out early, they stay and they work overtime, I have 5 fragrances you must get your nose on, all right? So without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Okay, you guys, the first one on this list is newer to my collection. Had it on the radar for probably over a year. I know Miss Spicy Looks is a huge fan of this one. She always raves about this one, and I finally have it in my collection. Rosé All Day from the house of Gallagher works over time, okay? This fragrance is beautiful. It is very unique, and it is not Blonde by Safe, and it is not going to be for everyone. Most of the notes are normal notes. However, it has a metallic note in here that is going to be very make or break. Now, for me, I love it. I love it. Beautiful apple, like this is like an apple crisp. It is a warm apple crisp, okay? You've got notes of like dry apple crisp, honey. You've got a plum, and I feel like the plum and the metallic notes, they just work very well together. Oh, beautiful. This is a beautiful scent. You've got vanilla, you've got tonka bean, you've got rose, patchouli. It is a rose fragrance, but I feel like the star is going to be like that apple honey crispiness of it all. Plum, definitely there. So you have to like plum to like this. But I mean, this thing performs. You're not going to need a lot. I still overspray, okay? Just a little bit. But when you put this on, it's going to be eternal. The longevity is there. This one was actually sent over to me by the house as I requested it. I have another one that they sent me over after sampling the entire range. I decided on this one, and it did not disappoint. The other one, oh my God, y'all don't even want to know. It's a summer set, so I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna say too much, but beautiful, unique fragrances from this house. I do recommend getting a, like a discovery or sample set, just because they are very unique. This is an indie house, beautiful quality ingredients, and they seem to just really, really perform. That is, that is one thing that I noticed after testing the entire range. And this baby right here, Rosé All Day, gonna last you all day, all right? All right, so next up on the list, my love, my eternal love, Guidance. Not only does it smell phenomenal, okay? Everyone who bought Guidance for my recommendation, because y'all been DMing me, I need y'all to drop a comment below and just be the choir, okay? Just shout it out. I need you to let the girls know that they need to get their nose on this. Is this going to be Blonde by Safe? No, do not ever Blonde by from this house. Very unique composition, beautiful composition, but unique nonetheless. This fragrance is beautiful, juicy pear. The pear is going to, it's like, is it reminding me of DELINA? A La Rosé? Or is it La Belle? Like the same notes for all of these scents. So he knows how to give us a juicy pear. It's almost like a poached pear, but it's got a little incense in there. You've got a sexy saffron. You have Akigala wood, which is something that is proprietary to the firm he works for. So you don't see this in a lot of fragrances, a particular note, but it is phenomenal. I'm addicted to it. It's in Possibilities. It's in this one. It's in Valleja. It is a very distinct note. The Akigala wood, you can smell it in here. Now, it is not as hard and in your face as Possibilities, but it is there. And I don't feel like it's a note for everyone. This is what I'm saying. Beautiful, very wearable and not as challenging as most arm wash fragrances, but nonetheless, it's still arm wash. Do not blind buy, test. I think they have a discovery set for this line of, I think it's 4 in this new line that they just released. But Guidance is the standout. It is a little spicy, it's peppery, it is just everything. You have a little bit of a hazelnut in the opening, but this is not gonna come across as something very nutty, okay? The hazelnut is there. It kind of peeks in, you know, makes a little appearance, and then it pops back out. Not a nutty fragrance. It is just there to give it some complexity, all right? You have sandalwood, a very creamy sandalwood in the base. You have vanilla, osmanthus, so you're getting like this very fruity apricot-y vibe with the pear. It is fruity, okay? Some people put this in the category of a gourmand. I don't quite find it gourmandish, but I can definitely see some people putting this in a gourmand category because the fruits are so juicy and so delectable in here. You got a little bit of rose, okay, Quentin Beach rose. You've got a little jasmine sandbag, and it's rounded off by an addictive ambergris, okay? Between the ambergris, this juicy pear, and the olibanum, like that incensiness, it is truly addictive. It is truly unique. It is stunning, and it lasts all day. 10, 12 hours later, you're still going to be projecting. End of the workday for me, which is like, we're talking about 14 hours, you know, 13, 14 hours after this scent was sprayed on, and you're still getting compliments as you approach people, which means it's definitely still projecting. Lasts all day. Lasts all day, fills a room. Okay, so this is a pricey fragrance. However, with the uniqueness, the performance, you're going to feel like royalty when you put this on. You stepping out, you want to feel like a queen. This is what you put on, okay? He did not play with this fragrance. Quentin, if you listening, honey, love this fragrance. This to me is a masterpiece scent. Everyone will not agree, okay? Fragrance is very subjective. And I mean, that means we're not dealing in fact, correct? In my opinion, this is a masterpiece fragrance. I absolutely love it. Favorite release of 2023 so far. And this is going to be a very, very tough one to beat. All right. So if you're looking for something spicy, feminine, and unique that lasts all day, Guidance, you need to guide yourself on over Twisted Lily. Save 10% on the decant or, you know, the full bottle, and get this one in your life. Stunning fragrance. Guidance by Amouage. Okay, so this next one is one of my first niche purchases, you guys. I remember it like vividly. I went on the So Avant-Garde and I purchased DELINA, and I purchased TABIT by Tiziana Terenzi. When I looked at the price of purchasing two very, very pricey niche fragrances, I was like, I don't know what I just did. But these better be some good fragrances. TABIT was a blind buy for me. Very risky blind buy, because this was not a little bit first sniff. I had to grow to like this. Now, what happened? What had happened was my daughter immediately took to this, and she would wear it, and she got me to wearing it because it would smell so amazing. Let me try this TABIT again. First of all, you guys, this fills a room. This is a room filling, loud projecting, smell me well before you see me, sillage in the hallways, you know, 30 minutes, an hour later type of fragrance. So if you know you are sensitive to fragrances, if you know that is not your vibe, do not go near this. This is for the girls who want it loud, who want it roaring, who wants to turn heads, to without a doubt garner the attention. They will smell you on 5th Street when you are standing on 1st Street. Okay, so it's 12 hours. This is more like 16, 18 hours. This is when you're going to have to wash off. This is when you put on, and it's going to be just absolutely an opulent experience. TABIT is, the notes suggest like summertime, like this is summertime date night. But if you wore this in the winter, it would be okay. If you wore this in fall, it will be okay because it's so rich and deep and complex and unique that it's kind of hard to categorize this, okay? This does not smell like any other summer anything you got in your collection. So TABIT opens with green notes and bergamot. So you have definitely a very beautiful, fresh opening, and you automatically get to this very juicy peach. Peach is definitely a note that some people love or hate. But these fragrances are musk bombs, okay? Terenzi has a very musky DNA, very powdery DNA, and that is going to be the make or break for this house in general. This is a very powdery scent. The fruits are done beautifully. This is a very juicy peach. You got some floral notes. You have warm sand and coconuts. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like the notes are very summer vibe, but honestly, you could wear this all year. You really could. It has notes of cotton candy, musk, woods, vanilla, and amber in the base. Okay. So when I say you're smelling opulent, again, announcing that presence and lasting all day, if that is your vibe, if that sounds like something that you want in your life, look no further. TABIT is it. All right, next up on my list is by far the most long-lasting uber feminine fragrances, period. DELINA, the original, last all day and then some, okay? So when I put DELINA on, my God, when I'm driving home from work, it is still hitting me up the nose. It is still projecting loudly in my car. And it is very, very much still so on my skin. Like this, even on the skin, doesn't come down to something like a skin scent, 12 plus hours later. It is still very potent. So I feel like Perfumes de Marly, the women's line, is a little pricey for what it is, with the exception of DELINA the original and DELINA exclusive. I have, listen now, one of my very first niche purchases. If I could see where this liquid is, we're here. I had this in my collection longer than anything else. Wear it often. And we still are not even halfway. I spray this liberally, but I don't need 20, 30 sprays of this. Like I normally, I'm a 30 spray type of girl. Okay. If you must know, don't judge. That's just who I am. This one, you do not even have to go ham. My sister wore this. Okay. The other day we went out to a ballet concert and I wore something different. She had on DELINA the original. I couldn't even smell my perfume. I had it laid with Baccarat Rouge. I couldn't smell what I had on. All I could smell was DELINA. When I tell you, it was making my nose dance. It was delighting all of the senses. And the very next day, I was like, I already know what my scent of the day is going to be. I wore DELINA. DELINA is stunning. This is lychee. This is rose. It is so opulent and feminine and beautiful. And again, for my favorite nose, like, how are you doing? What are you doing and how are you doing it? First of all, he got like 5 new releases out right now that are pretty substantial releases. And this is a master. This man is a master perfumer. And I don't say that in the lightest sense. He has created some of my favorite fragrances. I just bought a designer fragrance that he created many years ago, and I cannot believe it took me so long to actually walk in a store, try this on my skin, because I immediately went home and ordered a full bottle. We'll get into that on the official spring video, but this one is a stunner. This one men absolutely love. This one women are going to ask you, stop you, whoa, what is that? What do you have on? Both of these compliment magnets. I cannot believe how many people were stopping me and asking me what the heck is going on with your fragrance. What is that? With guidance. And this one is no different. Powerhouse, loud, but it maintains this very soft, feminine here I am. Look, girly quality. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And this is, if you don't know, okay, if you're new here, top 3 for life. Top 3 for life. And yes, the original, because I need the rhubarb in my life. All right. That's what really makes it for me. The rhubarb is tart, it's balanced with all this creaminess and this beautiful rose and and the fruits. It's just absolutely stunning. And if you're new to niche, and you don't know where to start here. I started here and I'm still here. Like this really kicked off my love for niche fragrances. DELINA by Perfumes. I've talked long enough about her. All right, let's move on. So the last one is going to be from the house of Initio. And this one is very unisex, leaning masculine. This is from, sister company of PDM, but honey, Oud for Greatness is the longest lasting fragrance in my entire collection. Oud for Greatness is just one you're going to have to wash off your clothes, spray it and get it on a piece of furniture or the floor. You're gonna have to wash it too. Okay, gonna have to go ahead and schedule the upholstery to be clean because the scent is going nowhere. It's not coming out. This is the one perfume that I will never ever ever overspray. You don't have to overspray any of these, okay? But I still do. This is a 1, 2, and done, okay? This one I love layering with other more feminine fragrances. What this is essentially is very, very beautiful, smooth oud. Oud is just a note that does not die. Like it's gonna last and last. And I don't have anything that is weak performing and has an oud in it. Like to the point you can smell the oud. They are all powerhouse, beast mode, long lasting. This one I feel like is just the king of those. This is saffron. It is beautiful, like spicy nutmeg. So it's spicy. It's a little sweetness from the saffron. And it is a beautiful oud fragrance. I think there may be some other woods in there, but it is without a doubt oud. And I feel like this is one of the most beautiful, clean, smooth ouds. Like this is like, oh my God. It's like velvet. It's like, oh my God, it is so good. Like, this is just one where you always just want to snip the cap. It's one I rarely wear. I really have to be in the mood for it. Definitely something that every man I feel like should get their nose on. Because it's super sexy. Like this is a loud beast that just does not quit. All right. So if you are in the market for that, ladies, don't be afraid now. Try it. It layers beautifully with cherry fragrances, other fragrances with saffron. So you can actually just get a decant and explore this one because that decant is probably gonna last you a whole year. All right. But Oud for Greatness is absolutely what it says. It is oud and it is great. All right, you guys, so that is my video for today. Make sure that you do leave me a comment. Let me know fragrances that are just top tier performers, all right? They perform, they last, they are just all of the things that we want in, these high price fragrances. It's nothing worse than putting on a fragrance and 2 hours later, it's a skin scent and you pay $300+ for it. These, you don't have to worry about that. Okay. They got you covered all day, every day. Guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Be sure notification bell is turned on to all. And last but not least, give the video a big thumbs up as it helps the channel to grow. It isn't real. I love you all, YouTube, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.